this is going to be, it could be a challenge for some people, might see this as a challenge, but maintaining new and fresh content for social engagement is key. And what that means is it could be a blog, and your CEO or your executive director or your executive team can do a blog, or you can have a persona. We have a persona on the site called Hope. And so we have multiple people behind Hope, but Hope is the voice and the community voice on the site. And so you can do different ways to keep that fresh. Like I said, engage the bloggers. They want to build influence too. So if you give them some celebrity on your site, it's going to raise their social clout and they're going to want to engage. So you have a little conversation, and there's ways you can do this pretty simply, but it still takes thought. The other thing that we did is you want to build a following, and you can do that organically, like I said, share, go to your community, all your friends. What I did is I sent everyone on my Facebook page, I said, please, I know I've either known you from elementary school or high school or college or at a recent job, but can you just do me a favor? I'm trying to build this community. Can you just like this page? So you start there, and then lo and behold, I found out people who had family members with disabilities that I never, ever knew because I never asked or I never engaged with them in that way. So it actually, while I thought they were doing me a favor, at the end of it, I've been getting a lot of feedback from the community saying, hey, Gabrielle, I never told you this, but my cousin has Down syndrome, and oh my gosh, what you're doing around bullying is amazing. So you never know. You never know who's behind the online persona. We use our social media buttons on everything. Take inventory of your assets and put links to your Facebook page. Put links to your Twitter handle, to your Twitter page, to anything and everything. Use your online assets, or your assets that you currently have, whether they're print or online, and market and use it as an opportunity. If you remember, what has it been, 8-10 years ago, we went from just listing our phone number to listing www. On everything. You couldn't put a flyer out. It was taboo if you put a PSA out without your website. We're getting to the point where you don't ever want to leave your Twitter handle off or your Facebook link. And we use, our Twitter handle has become our fax number on the car. I mean, maybe some people still fax, and that's okay. But we use that real estate space for our Twitter handle because everybody that I run into will quickly know what and how to follow. Not necessarily me, but the organization. Explore advertising options. The reason why I like this, as a nonprofit, our budget is this. I'd love to say we have a Procter & Gamble budget and this is what the best, most effective advertising options are. We don't. So we rely on earned advertising, earned media to get our voice out, organic shares. But, and there's a lot of hubbub right now with all of what Facebook is trying to do with advertising. But go on to it. It's great. It's a nonprofit marketer's dream because you can define your niche, define your market, define who you want to target. You can target hashtag autism. If I'm doing a piece on autism, I can really get granular at who I'm targeting, and I can name the price. It's just like if you've done any sort of Google ads, it's just like that, but it's just a little different of a universe. So we're able to say, I don't want to spend more than $20 a day, but I want to see what the return is on my click-through. So explore with that. That's Facebook. Twitter has a thing called promotional tweets. So you can begin to, if you have a tweet that you really want to get out there, they have a way in which you can pay to increase your tweet. Harness the power of FF and RTs. Now you're getting into alphabet soup of social media lingo. Does anybody know what hashtag FF means?
Follow Fridays.
Follow Fridays. So on Twitter, there's a thing called hashtag FF, and it's Follow Fridays. And I swear there's a new one every week. There's hashtag MM for Mention Mondays and things that other people make up. But why I say pay attention to them is because a person will say hashtag FF on Friday at Ability Path, at Gatepath, at Special Olympics, at Best Buddies, for all the great work you're doing, right? In 140 characters, of course, or less. So what you now have been done is you've been exposed on the feed of Special Olympics, Best Buddies, and whoever else they've mentioned as, these are from the blogger standpoint or the Twitter person, is these are the people that I follow, and I'm going to give them a shout out because I think they're worthy of everyone in my network to follow as well. Well, that's great. Some people would say, don't waste your time. But if you use Twitter as a customer service channel, which I say down here, you want to reply, hit the little reply button, and say, thanks, what a great group to be a part of. Now, you've shown up twice on that feed roll. All of a sudden, you're going to see, and this happens every time we're mentioned, random likes or follows on Twitter because people are seeing your name in other communities that they belong in that have your special interest involved, or more importantly, as Robin was saying earlier, the LinkedIn endorsement model, it's just like that. It's a somebody on Twitter with hopefully a good following endorsing you as somebody to follow. RTs. Retweets. So if somebody retweets you, that means I put out something that says, oh, hey, Ability Path just released a bullying report. And somebody hits retweet, I get notified in the admin dashboard. And I'm able to see that. And what do? You respond and you say, thanks for the RT. That's all you have to do. Now you've created a conversation with somebody. And it's amazing because there's celebrities, there's researchers, everybody's on Twitter. Now, hopefully they're managing their Twitter profile, but even if they're not, you're getting to them. So we sent a whole bunch during our obesity report. We found everybody that we wanted to target online that was a persona, celebrity persona. And we just spent intern hours at Dr. Oz. Hey, check out this obesity report. Would love an RT. Hey, Sherry Shepard from The View, because we know you have a child with special needs. Hey, you might want to look at this. Lo and behold, Maria Shriver, Dr. Oz, Apollo Ono, and a couple, who else? Sherry Shepard, Lisa Gibbons, started to retweet our stuff. And it's almost like this pinch me, I'm having a conversation with a celebrity, but maybe it's not, maybe it's their handler, but I don't care because they just retweeted my stuff. So it really, you don't want to underestimate the access and the power, and really, truly, if you're going to get into this, you have to treat it as a customer service channel. You have to treat it as a place for you to have a conversation and to have a two-way dialogue. You don't have to have a public dialogue all the time. If you are following another person, you can direct mail them and have a personal one-on-one conversation, still in 140 characters or less, about a topic. If you're a nonprofit or belong to a nonprofit, look at the Google Grant program. We have a Google Grant, and we are able to do paid SEO, search engine optimization, marketing through their Google Ad program. So we are able to use up to an X amount monthly to get out our content, to begin to go out. When you see those little Google ads on the side, that's all what people pay for. We fortunately don't have to pay for them, but I'll tell you what, they drive traffic. If you have to find the right keywords, and there's a whole training on that in and of itself, but it's worth the investment. Here's some of the things you'll see with what our news feed on Twitter looks like. This is our activity feed, so people, this is a retweet symbol. They retweeted us after a post. Customer service channel. We've developed, apparently, a good relationship with Brittany. Couldn't tell you, but we did, because she's telling us, hey, you guys, did you see this video? It's amazing. So all of a sudden now we have people scouting content for us. It's fab, because they're now connected to us and they want to share it because they know we have a channel to do it. And then these are just samples of Facebook ads, how they kind of would appear on a Facebook feed.